Mark Twain once remarked that the reports of his death had been greatly exaggerated. It's a little how I felt when I first learned about this Lifetime Achievement Award. I think the word lifetime took me aback a little bit, because I like to think that I still have a few more contributions to make to this imperfect world that we all live in. I'd like to first offer my congratulations to all the other Leader in the Law recipients. What an incredibly talented group of lawyers. I'm honored to be recognized with all of you. In particular, I want to give a shout out to, there he is, Mike Dwyer, my colleague. Mike and I had a shared passion, I think that's the right word, right, Mike? Shared passion for family law, and we served together in the family courts of Milwaukee County for quite a few years, so congratulations, Mike. I also want to congratulate, where are you, Joel? Joel, there you are. Joel Rosenthal, you graced my courtroom from the day I took the bench until the day I retired, literally. And you were always prepared, always professional, and always a gentleman. I learned so much from you, Joel, over the years, and I'm very honored to share this Lifetime Achievement Award with you. My deepest thanks to my colleagues, Paul Van Grunsven and Mary Trajano, and my longtime friend, Scott Hansen, for nominating me for this incredible honor. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I was incredibly fortunate to have the opportunity to work with people I respect and people I love. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Mary, Paul, Scott. I accept this award tonight knowing that it could not have been possible without the love and support of my family and friends. It begins with my 92-year-old mother, who is here in the room with me tonight. She's still bossing me around. I say bossing me around, and she says, I'm giving you guidance. And she gives unconditional love. Mom is from the greatest generation. She went through a Great Depression, a world war. She married my dad, who was her high school sweetheart, and devoted herself to her 10 children, her 17 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren. And she's still teaching little preschoolers to read every Monday morning. So talk about a life well lived. You pride yourself on voting in every election since Harry Truman, and I think you even voted for me once or twice, Mom. She's the definition of selfless, putting others before herself. Thank you, Mom. I love you very much. My thanks to my husband and my best friend, John. The simple truth is that none of this is possible, John, without you, my love. You and the boys have always had my back, and I'm so blessed to walk life's journey hand in hand with you. Thanks for never letting go. I did not put a picture of my boys up there. I promised them I wouldn't, but I am going to make them stand. John the Third, Kevin, Andrew, Matthew, Bodie and Max, my grandsons. They're so embarrassed. Thanks for tolerating my imperfections, embarrassing cheers from the sidelines during football, basketball, and rugby games, dubious musical selections on road trips, strict dress codes on holidays, and countless drill sergeant commands on how to make your beds, do the laundry, and clean up the kitchen. Here's to many more adventures, gentlemen. I love you all very much. During my time on the bench, I had the proverbial best seat in the House. From that seat, I was privy to everything from the intimate secrets of a failed marriage to the long-term effects of violent crime in our community. From that seat, I witnessed the frailty and the strength of the human condition. On my best days, I aspired to be Solomon-like. And on my worst days, I left the courthouse hoping that I lived up to my own version of a physician's Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. Over the span of 21 years, I witnessed the unbearable pain on the face of a mother whose son had been killed in a senseless act of gun violence. I heard the anguish in her voice as she described all of the future events that her son would never be able to experience. I saw the hopelessness in the eyes of an unemployed father struggling to make mortgage payments to keep his house from foreclosure. I bore witness to the tears of husbands and wives in countless divorce proceedings. And I heard the soft cry of a 6-year-old boy as he described the beatings that he suffered at the hands of a parent. But I was also privileged to see the strength and courage on the faces of victims of domestic violence as they step forward for the first time in their lives to speak publicly about the mental and physical abuse that they had endured. I witnessed the commitment of law enforcement officers, victim advocates who worked tirelessly on behalf of victims of sexual abuse and assault. I appointed hundreds of dedicated and hardworking lawyers, many who are in this room, including John Birdsell and other honorees, to serve as pro bono advocates for those who could not speak for themselves. I listened to countless statements of remorse and was incredibly humbled to witness the human capacity to forgive. I loved every minute of every day that I served as a trial court judge because each day presented an opportunity to say something that might provide hope or solace or encouragement to someone struggling with the difficulties of life. Over the years, friends and family have asked me about the most important qualities of a good judge, and I usually replied that a good judge wasn't afraid to deal with the messiness of life, and they were at their best when the people before them were at their worst. For 2 decades, I had a front row seat to the messiness of life. It was incredibly challenging, often heartbreaking, but always rewarding. It was the greatest honor and privilege of my life, and I had a wonderful staff who I'd like to acknowledge as well. My bailiffs who were with me through it all, Lisa Johnson and Matt Turkarian, my court reporter extraordinaire, Georgie Littlefair, and my right-hand person, T, please stand, with the staff stand, Tamara Pullian. I am humbled and I am honored, and I accept this on behalf of all my hardworking colleagues on the Milwaukee County bench and my hardworking staff. Thank you all very much.